Testing, testing. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this video in. All right, in today's video, I'm going to share with you what I have been working on over the weekend. That's the cat trying to break into the door. A cat. All right, we're gonna try this again. Hello and welcome to April Thrift Art. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some projects that I started over the weekend and have been working up on until this moment. Now, YouTube did this wonderful thing. YouTube did this wonderful thing over the weekend and suggested a new channel for me to watch. So I did. And I'm so happy that I did. YouTube suggested an artist called Sandy Hester, Sandihester. And after watching a couple of her videos, I just fell in love with her work and what she calls her wonky art. I love that kind of loose freedom fun that she brings to the table, to her art. So she inspired me to try a little bit on my own. So I'm going to start off showing you some of that, and then we're actually going to be working on a page together towards the end of this video. So I hope that you enjoy it. I will see you later. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let's get started. All right, so one of the things that Sandy Hester does is she does what she calls these wonky art pieces and faces, and where she's a lot looser, she doesn't go really tight with her work, and it's really just fun and creative. So I did try a little bit of it just to kind of loosen up and see how I like it. So this is my self-portrait. These are done with my Kurundak wax crayons. They are amazing, water-soluble crayons. And so that was one thing. I did try a little bit later over the weekend to do some flowers with the oil crayons that I have, and that did not go well. These are not my favorite. Not my favorite. This one though, I got a little more fun. I wanted to draw fruit and a bird. That's a bird. So this was a lot of fun to work on and just kind of draw from memory things that I have seen. This is a big acorn, a blueberry, a strawberry, some leaves, and then a bird. So that was actually a lot of fun, way different than what I normally do. And then the other thing that she did was she had a journal, an art journal, where she would just sketch her days and things that throughout her day. And I've heard about this as well, or something similar. I've heard about something very similar with Danny, I think it's Danny Gregory, who wrote a book. I would have to check that out as far as who the author is. But anyway, so I decided to do the same in my watercolor journal that I had only done one page so far. You may remember these if you've been watching my channel for a while. So I just added Just Be Me at the top so that I could turn this into a journal, and that first page kind of makes sense in my world. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this, and they're really cute, really fun, really creative. We'll see my progression as I get even more comfortable with it and just start drawing more and more objects and like less writing for me. But then we're gonna color one of these pages. So I'm gonna try a few different colors with these. I might try watercolor, color pencil. I may try my Kurundak crayons, gouache. I'm going to experiment with some different mediums and see what I like on these pages. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so here we are. October 1st is where I start my day. This is me saying about watching my first Sandy Hester art video about her daily sketch pages, and I absolutely loved it. part of the reason why this video is happening. So this is sitting at my art desk where I just drew my coffee mug full of pens, my art pens here. So that's all that is. This is me watching her videos on my laptop. These are things I normally would not try drawing. Another thing that I really love that she does is when she does it, she suggests holding the pen really far back so you lose a lot of that precision and control. And so that was new for me, as you can tell. You'll see that I initially struggle with it because I want that tightness, that control over it. But the more that I loosen up, the more that I have fun with it. So reading my new free book by Jay Shetty, Think Like a Monk, that's awesome. My breakfast. Let's see. Oh, I was having a little bit of tooth pain. Some storm clouds were rolling in. I made myself an art apron, a smock, out of a dress that didn't fit me. And so I sewed it together. And it's really cute. And it's nautical themed. So the dress was like navy blue and white stripes, or a dark blue and white stripes. And then I used kind of red thread to sew the pockets on. The pockets are actually made from the sleeves of the dress. It's like a t-shirt dress. So yeah, it was awesome. I did great. I am proud of myself. Ha ha ha. All right, let me get this cord out of the way. And this is the next day. And it was cold, so I got on my Smart Wool fuzzy socks. Loving my coffee. You might see a lot of you will see a lot of coffee. If I did this every day, true to like my day, you would see coffee every day, and sometimes double. Me questioning what my values are, me trying to draw a face. I struggle with faces, as you can tell, and people, but even in this, I think you'll see like some nice progress on how I get a little better with faces. This is supposed to be me and my husband, and he's way cuter than this, just saying. I did have an anxiety attack, so I drew what I thought the anxiety attack felt like would look like. So that's kind of where I went with that. This is my lunch, me going to work. I work at a library. And so on to my next day. I found this really cool table that somebody was getting rid of, so I picked it up. I'm going to sand it down, paint it, and it's going to become something in my art space, my art studio. Here, once again, you can see like me trying to draw my husband and I having coffee. If you look over here, I think I did a little bit better on us walking our dog. So this is me working again. This is what we bought at the shopping trip. And as you can tell, like I start going like to more and more, I start creating more and more art on the pages and less words. That you don't have to do that. It's just something that I did notice, that I started drawing more, writing a little bit less. And so this page by Sunday, like I am filling up pages more with art than I am with words. And so I did love this. I love the color of this page. I used this Micron pen. Let's see if it tells me the color. This is part of the nature color kind of series that I bought. But it's just in kind of this like reddish brown color. It probably tells me, but it's probably, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'll have to look that up maybe. Anyway, so I used this Micron pen that was part of a kind of a nature color package that I picked up. It's got a reddish kind of brown hue to it. I really, really like this pen on this page. I thought it looked amazing. We'll probably be working on this page. I'm not sure. And this was my yesterday, me trying to go up and down the stairs intentionally, house hunting, making food, trying a new homeschool routine. I did try a green pen with this one. Some of the other pages I would do like various size pens, but yeah, this one I did the green. Some art ideas that I have. This is supposed to be Macklemore, forgive me. Not great with faces. This is my oldest daughter, Haley. She had to get a second shot for school. Then, yeah, pot roast. I think I like my little pot roast. It kind of looks the kawaii style. I just should have put a face on him. So yeah, this is what I have. I thoroughly enjoyed this. So yeah, let's get started. I'll pick a page and we'll start playing with coloring these in. All right, and I am back. The morning half of my day is done. Kind of started running out of time, so I ended up taking a minute and going ahead and getting the homeschool lesson done, because with all the COVID stuff, I am homeschooling the little ones. My oldest, on the other hand, she is technically doing the e-learning option with the school, but I'm doing the actual homeschool with the little ones. So that's always fun, always a bit of a challenge as well. As you can see, I have decided to start with watercolors and using this particular page. So this is a lot of fun. I love this page. These watercolors are art philosophy colors that I've gotten off of Amazon. They're usually like around, when I purchased them, they were around like maybe $16 to $20 price range. Nothing too crazy, but just a little watercolor set that I could get started with and experiment with and all that fun stuff. So I'm using these on this one. This is the vintage pastels that I'm using, and I really like the vintage pastels. I have a couple of art supplies on my wish list on Amazon that I plan to get into at some point. I also have some books. So when I was younger, I don't know if any of you remember the little ad that would come on TV about drawing. And you could draw like pirates, or you could draw the turtle, and they would mail you this thing and you would draw whichever one you would like, you chose, and you would mail it back to them and they would kind of grade you on it. And if you scored a certain percentage, supposedly, I don't know how this truly worked, like they may have taken everybody that tried it, who knows, but if you scored a certain percentage on it, then they would offer you this learning kind of school that they taught, this art school. So you would have this chance to get into their art school. And so I did it when I was young, and I got in and I made it all the way to the end, but I was so young, all the way to the end though. This would have given me 24 hours college credit in art. Maybe at the school I went to, I don't know for sure if it would have actually worked there. But I got to the very end and I just couldn't do anymore. Like, couldn't finish the portfolio. I was just so worn out. I'm gonna make Jay Shetty's face gold. Hello. You are bright, shiny like the sun. So yeah, so I couldn't finish it up because I got to that portfolio piece and I was done. I was over it. I was like, okay, this drives me nuts, because I didn't feel like I was truly learning much of anything other than like I had to be able to mimic. It felt like I had to mimic exactly what they had created, and I got so frustrated with that. And now that I'm older, I wish I would have finished it. I also wish I would have gone to college for art instead of counseling, but so is life. So yeah, like now I understand a lot of what they were trying to teach me wasn't necessarily about the imitation of what they were doing, but more about the concepts, like learning the basic foundation, the techniques, that kind of thing. And that I feel like is so valuable. So since that's been years, like I said, I was really young when I started taking those classes, probably too young to actually appreciate what was happening. I decided that I'm essentially going to start putting myself through my own kind of art school training to get acquainted with things. And yeah, like that's what I'm gonna do. So I know that like in writing, for writers, like some of them will kind of, there's books on basically like how to get like your MFA, or like books that mimic the programs but without the actual like college degree and having to pay all that money for the college degree. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. I'm going to kind of put myself through this. I like this kind of being messy, and I'm going to leave that there. I like the idea of putting myself through this untraditional kind of art program for myself and training in the direction of things that truly interest me. So I don't have to take all of the subjects that I'm not quite interested in. I'm going to let my intuition and my passions guide me as far as what I want to really kind of take away, what I want to study, that kind of thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm rambling at this point, so thank you for listening if you are. That's great. So here, this is the apron that I was telling you about. I might have to actually show you in a video, or maybe a future video, you will see me wearing this apron. I was so proud of this apron. Like sitting there, like it was hand sewn by yours truly, just so that I could have a smock and stop getting wild and crazy with my paint and getting it all over myself. So I'm still going to get wild and crazy. This is just an effort to control where it goes. Maybe. We'll see how that works. I'm making a mess with this. Messy, don't care. No, I care. I just don't want to be so rigid with it. I'm going to add a little bit of blue into my beautiful clouds here. Okay. So, oh, I do know I want a little bit of, I'm going to go back with this desert rose, dark rose color. And I want this to be this part. Yeah. And I think I might go back to this terracotta color and let this space be terracotta. So, there we have it. Just wanted to kind of be a little fun, a little bit messy. Play with it. Oh, I totally forgot this little heart at the bottom. We're going to stray off course here and make this one pink. And we'll give gray little gloves because I feel like that would look good. Okay. So there we have it now. Like I said, this experiment was really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to stick with this for quite some time, I do believe. This helps me with getting into the habit of drawing every day, which can, like the time in the day can kind of get away from me between working and taking care of the house and the kids and just everything that I do Like it feels overwhelming sometimes. And if I do like a daily little art sketch like this, it's manageable because I can go through my day and kind of do it and not feel so like, I gotta get it all done all at once kind of thing. So this is fun for me. This really kind of helps me get moving and motivated and kind of keep going. And I like that. So that I'm going to continue to do and maybe make some more videos in the future if you like this kind of video of this. Like I said, I love it. I think this is so helpful for me. So helpful. And so who knows, maybe if you're like me and you're strapped with time and just have so much on your plate that sometimes getting to your art feels a little overwhelming, maybe this can help you too and encourage you to, ooh, Jay, I'm starting to make you look very womanly. Sorry, buddy. So yeah, so maybe this can help you too. I don't know. Maybe it will. Leave a comment. Let me know. All right. Yeah. Now that I'm sitting here and ready to kind of get off of this, I'm looking at more stuff I would like to kind of paint on it. Isn't that the way it goes? But if I have that extra time, like I want to take it. It's not all the time that I have that extra time. So yeah, I'm going to take it while I got it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's been great. I hope you like this video. I hope that this inspires you to kind of get sketching, be a little bit loose. Like I said, I know that I have that trouble with like wanting to be tight and controlled and precise, and just this fun experiment to kind of loosen up really is helping me have more fun and kind of look at my art in a new way. So that's always a good thing. I think it's beneficial for us to get out of our comfort zone and try new things, and also to be able to relax while we create. Art should be fun. It should be enjoyable and not so tense. So yeah, hopefully this will help you. I will see you next time. Make sure to subscribe if you like this video. Let me know. Bye, everybody. What was I doing here? I'm squeezing. Bye.